3 hours and 26 minutes is too long for any movie in the theater.
And it wasn't even a comic movie. I seen.
No, I don't care. Leonardo DiCaprio.
And you know I love Leo. I love me some Leo.
I don't care who's in it. 3 hours. I'm waiting till streaming. I'm waiting till streaming because they keep talking about this is the best. It's good. And it does look interesting. But then the thought of sitting there for 3.5 hours.
What I had to do when I seen 3.5, because the comic's only doing what, like 2 hours and 40 minutes or something, or 50 minutes. Have we done anything that's been 3 hours? No.
Maybe 3, like almost. I think we just did one earlier this year that was about 3, but 3.5, that's past my limit. So this is a solo review from Thommi over here. Killers of the Flower Moon. Yeah. It's rated R, and it's 3 hours and 26 minutes. Hit it! Oh, you want me to say who's in it? My bad.
Let's go and do your intros.
Leonardo DiCaprio as Ernest Burkhart. Mm-hmm. Robert De Niro as William Hale. Lily Gladstone as Molly Burkhart. Jesse Plemons, always like him, as Tom White. He's in like every Western movie.
I told you, he has this certain look about him that has this old-timey look, and I've seen him in so many period pieces.
Yeah.
It's something about his face, and I don't know what it is, but it always works.
He can fit in, yes.
Yes.
And John Lithgow as Prosecutor Peter Leeward.
So let's go ahead and tell them what happened in your summary of the Killers of the Flower Moon. It's not my
summary. I pulled this up, so you take the summary.
So,
you saw it.
When oil is discovered in 1920s Oklahoma under the Osage Nation land.
Isn't it Osage?
Osage. Uh-huh. Let me rephrase. When oil is discovered in 1920s Oklahoma under Osage Nation land, the Osage people are murdered one by one until the FBI steps in to unravel the mystery. Boom! Let me just tell you, this was done dirty. Not the movie itself, but the content in here. Mm-hmm. It was, first of all, I love Leonardo DiCaprio. He was supposed to be doing Devil in the White City, which is a movie about H.H. Holmes, who is considered the world's first serial killer. Oh. Okay. He was going to play it, but now I'm hearing that Keanu Reeves may be in it. So that movie's going to be coming out soon. So Leo can do some evil roles. In this particular one, it was kind of messed up because we all know the history of the Native Americans in this country.
Yes.
It's so hard to talk about this without telling them, but I don't want to tell them what.
Well, it's based on a true life story, so I mean.
So you think it's okay just to pinch a little bit of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they want their oil.
Yeah.
So what they start doing is strategically murdering them. I mean, it's like if I have me and, my aunt and uncle live next door, my other family lives down the street. They're strategically one by one killing off the family so they can steal from them.
Jeez.
They have already been through it enough. My brother has been through way enough in this world. And then you see him, because I don't think I've ever seen Leo as a bad guy. Or even Robert De Niro.
Django Unchained?
Robert De Niro?
No, Leonardo.
Oh, shoot. That's right. Ding. I liked him in that movie, though. I did like him, and he did great. We know Leonardo
got into that role a little too much. I was like,
he's fantastic.
I had to shake that off.
I know you got to watch that stuff on the right kind of day when you're feeling not like that. But he tore that role down.
I liked Leo until that role.
He tears everything down. The Revenant.
I have to remember, it's just a role. He's an actor.
He is, but it was just. It's crazy because the character he wants to marry a Native American girl, and he's all flirting with her, and she's thinking he's this great guy and he's not, but she got this sister who is off the chain. Okay. I'm talking about a sister, and she's a tall woman. I'm talking about the kind of sister when a man was getting on her nerves, she'd take that gun and pop at your feet. I was like, girl, get it. Well,
everybody needs a sister like that.
Woo, because she would pop off in her heart, and this would be men, not women. She'd pop off and then turn around and be like, what you whoa. I was like, oh, they're going to kill her first. They're going to, it was just sad because I was just thinking of all the people that were going to die, and they made great characters. And it was just messed up. It was very slow.
Don't 3 hours and 26 minutes.
And it is rated R, but just make it a point. Even if you have younger teenagers, I don't think they would get much into this. It's not a lot of action. It's just a story. It's based on a true story that is being told. So understand that.
Yeah.
Try to take out the 3 hours out of your head. You might want to get the Run P app. that Jules talks about all the time.
Right.
Because I'm eating. There's no way I'm going to go in there. I get my hot dog and my popcorn. Oh, and the pop has gone up by $1, which is
I saw that.
It's still cheap though. I'm not complaining.
It's $3 for a refill. That's crazy.
But you know, if you were to just buy that, it would be like $7-8. So I'm still not complaining about the $1. You know, they really remodeled a lot in there and everything. But anyway, with this one, it was just sad to see. I mean, it was just getting murdered all over the place. And like, is anybody going to do anything?
Harkins, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah, no, nobody's going to do anything about it. So that's where the story leads to, and they end up getting caught. And that's what happens in the story. It totally did not need to be 3 hours and 26 minutes. I honestly think they could have done this in about an hour and 50. Maybe 2.
Truly interested in the story. I'm not, kidding about it. But I really just don't want to go to the movies to see it. So once it starts streaming,
then you'll get it.
I'll watch it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, definitely matinee if you go to it. If there's a bunch of you adults in your household and you kind of want to know the story, because you know, with Native American, it's part of my heritage as well. Yeah. So I always like to watch different things, and you know, I like when they cast authentic actors for their parts. We talk about that a lot, so I appreciate that as well.
Yes.
You have some fun facts you want to give us, Miss Jules?
Yeah.
Okay.
First of all, there's no extra scenes. I mean,
if it was, I might have just gone posted. Let me not say that for somebody come knocking on my door. I'm just playing.
You know,
you're gonna get hungry.
Peeling themselves out of the seat, like
you're gonna be hungry. I know that. You're gonna have to order some food. I'm just telling you.
For real. So go to one of those dining.
I love those
dine-in movies.
Mm-hmm.
Martin Scorsese said that when he read David Grant's book *Killers of the Flower Moon*, he knew he wanted to make it into a movie. Scorsese spent several hours together with Chief Standing Bear to convince the Osage Nation to help with the filming.
Yes.
The investigation into Osage County was the first investigation presented to the newly formed Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI. It was led by J. Edgar Hoover.
Mm-hmm.
Author of the book on which the film is based, David Grant, spent a decade researching the material for his acclaimed book, *Killers of the Flower Moon*, Oil, Money, Murder, and the Birth of the FBI.
That's
so
good.
if you want to just read about it, you can get that book.
And a lot of people will tell you in a heartbeat, people that read books a lot, they're going to always say, the book was much better.
Yeah.
Yes, we know that, but okay, this is already 3 hours and 26 minutes. We could not jam all that in there. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Robert De Niro was irked by Leonardo DiCaprio's frequent ad-libbing, according to Martin Scorsese. Every now and then, Bob and I would look at each other and roll our eyes a little bit, and we'd tell him, you don't need that dialogue.
He's doing what he do. Mm-hmm. He's doing what he was born to do. Let that man talk. He know what he's doing. You seriously, Leonardo DiCaprio? That guy should have had an Oscar when he was like 18 when he did What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Right.
Don't play with this man no more.
Should have.
Goodness.
And lastly, this film was not the first motion picture about the Osage murders. Tragedy of the Osage Hills, 1926, by James Young Deere was released in 1926. Later films such as The FBI Story, 1959, likewise depicted the murders.
I'm going to have to look those up. I just want to see how they run side. Yeah, how they run side by side. So yeah, if you
there's not a whole lot coming out right now due to the actor strikes. So again, I say Tragedies of the Osage Hills and The FBI Story, if you want to watch some old movies,
kind of look it up. And
yeah,
I like to compare sometimes. Like I'll see what one, like at this point when it comes to like serial killers, especially particular ones, I don't need to keep seeing any more movies or documentaries, because every time I watch it, it'll be 2 or 3 hours dragged, or two little mini series or whatever, and they've told me everything that I already know. So it's just like watching paint dry. Like the only one I say I'm glad that I watched was the one with Evan Peters, where he played Jeffrey Dahmer, because in that particular one, they focus more on the personal relationships of his victims as opposed to him, and that's why I really, really like that one. So sometimes I'll watch a little something if I think it has something else to offer, but most of the time you're going to get the same information. But his performance in there was freaking phenomenal. The guy is freaking phenomenal.
Yes, he is.
I mean, there's a guy I seen that looks like him, and before I even said it, I was like, dude, I'm about to tell you something you probably heard a million times. He started smiling, and he knew. I was like, dude, you look exactly like Evan Peters. He was like, I hear it all the time. I'm like, but you could like go be his body double.
I know,
leave here and go make some money, because it is ridiculous how much, like, he looked like he could have been his older brother.
Nice.
Everything. So yeah.
You know what I also don't like when they do these documentaries and they're like, and we're going to tell you stuff that you never knew about this. And you watch it and you're like, I'm like, I knew that. I knew that. Like Whitney Houston. I'm like, okay, I knew all that. And like,
there's a piece that I didn't know about her. There was that chunk that I had
What did you know?
I did not know that she was a lesbian.
Yeah.
Well, bisexual, I guess.
And Robin even wrote like a book, and you know.
Well, I didn't read I watched the movie.
I didn't read the book, but I'm saying, because I watch more entertainment stuff, I guess.
Yeah, and see, I don't like Entertainment Tonight and stuff like that, but I didn't know that about Whitney. And I guess, like I said, she was bisexual because she talked about, you know, hooking up with one of the Jacksons, and, you know, she ended up marrying Bobby and all that. But in the early part of her career, I had no idea about any of that stuff. I didn't know about the drama between her and her dad, and money, and her dad, which was kind of suggested.
Okay, then that was for you, because I was like, okay, I learned nothing new.
I didn't know
I knew all of it
about her dad and everything.
Yeah.
And I didn't know any of that.
She sued him. Yeah, that was big news back then.
That's sad.
She had to sue him.
So. And she is one of the absolute greatest voices to ever grace this earth.
Of all time.
I just like,
of all time.
Between her and Mariah, you're just like, you just hear them, and woo!
It's time.
Oh gosh, she's just phenomenal. I mean, I would love to say, I hope we have some more talent like that comes out.
Yeah.
Because we need it, right?
I mean, we have some singers with range like Mariah, but they're not getting the shine that she does for whatever reason.
Mariah's a 5 octave, I think, and that's pretty high.
Let's bring it back to the movie, though. How many clappers would you give it?
Hey, come on, you just ruined what I was going to say,
I'm sorry, I had to wrap
Jules.
it up. I had to wrap it up.
Fine.
How many clappers?
But I'm going to go ahead and give this, I'm going to give it a nice strong 3 clappers. It was new to me. I didn't know about this particular information. I mean, I knew about all the other atrocities that have happened to our Native American brethren.
Yes.
But not this one. I actually thought, when I heard the title and I seen a couple of trailers, I thought it was going to be more exciting.
I know. It does make it look like that. That's why I was like, yes, I want to see it.
Yeah, because it sounded like they were talking about a serial killer for a minute. And they were like, this is right up my alley. And, you know, Leo's in here and Robert De Niro, these are my peeps. And I'm going to see it. It wasn't exactly what I thought it was, but I wasn't mad.
Yeah.
It was just way too long. They could have cut an hour out of that. It was just fluff stuff.
They need to cut it.
So there you have our, wait, how many copies are you getting?
I didn't see it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
When you see it, though, if you bring yourself when it streams.
I know. I was going to go see it, and my son said, Mom, you know that's 3.5 hours long. I said, I'm not going to go see it.
When you see it, let's go back to the post. I want you to tell me what you thought about it.
Okay.
Okay. So there you have a review of Killers of the Flower Moon. Don't forget that Jules and we are on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. And remember, Instagram only gives you 15 minutes. So if our video is a little longer, just move on over, like and subscribe to YouTube or on Facebook. You can catch us there as well. We take requests. Don't forget.
Hit the like button. Even if you don't finish watching the video, just hit the like button.
And follow.
That counts. That counts. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Anything. And we also take Cash App. So if you'd like to make a donation of any kind, anything is accepted and appreciated. Thank you very much. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you on our next review.